Welcome back, everybody. My name is Joe. This is Work Hard RC, and today we're going to be taking a look at the brand new Axial Toyota 4Runner. Let's go ahead, open it up, and get into it. So Axial announced their release of the Toyota 4Runner in the SCX24 platform, and I was really excited. This, like all the others in its category, go for about $160. I went ahead and bought that from our local store, Rainman Hobbies, just down the road from our shop. So let's go ahead, open it up, take a look. There's not too many different features on this one as opposed to the other SCX24s in the same category as far as a platform. There are a few differences, and of course, that beautiful body. And it is a hard body. So let's go ahead and open that up. Again, 160 bucks for this. I know Proline's selling the bodies by themselves for about 50. So we got the gray. Let's open it up and we'll take it out for some fun. So I have an FMS, what is a Land Cruiser, and I do really enjoy that vehicle. I know that when I'm doing like certain videos for Instagram and doing that Toyota Tuesday, it's a lot of fun using that. But this one, in the scale that it is with the hard body, I'm gonna have a lot of fun with it. I can know that right now with some upgrades. So I will be upgrading this for sure. Now I'll try to maybe keep the chassis at least stock and then upgrade everything else. But there is the 4Runner. It does come ready to run, so you have your batteries for the controller in there. You have some other accessories. We'll open that up right now. And then you have your normal Spectrum controller and your charger. Gotta put that box on the side. But your Spectrum controller there. And then it does come with a charger. And then inside of the bag, we're gonna have, go ahead and open that up. Looks like we have some stickers, so that's pretty cool. We have our binding attachment there to bind our controller should we need to do that. We have attachments for the drivetrain there, should we need those. We have the batteries for the controller. We have some different cups for the shocks. And here we have some stickers. Now I'm pretty sure there's stickers on here, so we'll see where these go. But we do have a set of stickers from Axial there. And then we have our guide as far as kind of like our quick start guide here. We have some information about some different sales that you can get with Spectrum. Again, some information from Proline. And like I said earlier, Proline did release the body as well. I want to say that's about $50 for the body. I think you can get it in this color and plain, I believe white, so if you wanted to paint it. And it is hard body, so you'd be painting the outside. Again, you have your quick start guide here, and then we have our full-on manual for the 4Runner. So nothing out of the ordinary as far as the way this is set up and structured. Axial's pretty consistent in how they release and market their products. So that, on the most part, is going to be the same that you would see in any other vehicle. So just know that, and you'll have that in the box. Well, let's go ahead and take this beautiful rig out of here. Looks like we'll need to trim that. Let's see if we have some scissors or something to cut this. All right. You just have that one strap there. Let's go ahead and put this on the side. Now, just things to note on this, you do have metal front and rear differentials and a warm gear setup. And you can see here the ground clearance on that. And again, we'll take this out here in a little bit to really give it a test. But looking at it right off the bat, looks very nice. I do love the hard bodies. We have a Bronco, and I like the detail because with the door handles and things, you can see the detail in that, the detail in the lights. So the hard body really lends to the ability to do great details with that Toyota logo in the back. 4Runner there. The wheels look very nice. Looks like these wheels are the Open Country. Very nice, and I want to say these are bead locks as well. Very lightweight. I will be upgrading this probably first thing the wheels, and then we might do a servo and axles. I'll probably keep the Spectrum electronics in it, but check out that bumper. Very nice. Something that you would probably upgrade in the future, and that's already kind of done for you. Nice little step there on the side, great detail. And then that front bumper there, I'm not sure if I'd be able to attach a winch to it, but it does have that opening there for the ability to attach a winch should you decide to do that. Again, I'm not sure that bumper will be able to handle it, but it does have that hole. So very, very nice. The color is very nice. It does look true to the colors of the real Toyota. And you see that hood scoop there in the front. It isn't a real hood scoop. It's not actually opened up or anything, but very nice. The windows are tinted, so that would tell me that there's no interior. But very, very nice detail work on this little rig. I do love it. Again, the SCX24 platform has become my go-to RC car as of late, just because of my traveling and ease of the ability to do videos with such a small platform. Having it with you all the time, it works out. So let's go ahead and open this up and check out the internals. Now the front closure is similar to like the Bronco. You do have that clasp there that attaches here in the front, and you can see the 2-in-1. Let me turn this over here. Sitting right there in the middle. You have your metal chassis. You can see if I turn around here, the transmission. Now you do have oil-filled shocks on this, so those should work well for the time being. Just take it out and give it a test. And then of course you have your battery right here in the rear. So again, this is ready to run, truly ready to run. You get the battery, you get the charger, and you get the batteries for the controller. It does have lights in the front for the headlights, and I don't believe it has it in the rear. You probably could put them, but it does have LED lights there in the front. You can see the wiring for that there. So very nice, very typical of what you would see and expect from Axial. I am, like I said, very excited to have this Toyota body and to take it out on our course. So let's go ahead and get it charged up, take it out, test it out, and then we'll give you our final thoughts. All right, we have this nice looking 4Runner ready to go on our course. Now I can say right now, in my experience with Axial, the only stock Axial I've ever had success with on our course here is the base camp. That little truck does very well on this course. Every other one I've had hasn't done so well. I think this little one will do pretty good. I just think it'll have some issues climbing some of the obstacles right over there. So we'll see how it goes. We're gonna make our way and take it as slow as we can, given this brushed motor. I've been so used to the brushless that I kind of forgot what it's like to drive a brushed little SCX24. So let's go ahead and take it up here. Now, I'd like to preserve the body as much as I can, so if the camera jolts, that's because I'm trying to catch this little guy so that it gets too scraped up just yet. Definitely gonna add some weight, some better tires to this. But for my initial impressions and test of all of my cars, I like to just test them stock and then see how they can do. So we got a helicopter over here. One nice thing in the evening, being in an industrial area, is that we don't have too many cars passing by, but we always have the airplanes going overhead. Alright, now here, coming down this might be a little bit difficult. We'll see how it goes. Here's the time you might see my camera jolt as I attempt to catch this. Let's see if I can make it there. Actually, doing pretty good. Better than I thought. Right. This might need a little bit of a running start. And just like I thought. Cool. The wheelbase on this should be just enough to make it through this obstacle without falling in. There we go. So we cross the bridge. And we are down. Alright. So far, so good. Oh, getting hung up there. A little muscle through it. You got it there. Alright. See how we do coming up here. This has posed an issue for the Lexus. I think I have it at 50% throttle. Let's go and turn that up. Lost it. Don't think it's going to do very well coming up this, so we'll go ahead and just skip that part. What I haven't done is taken it through the little cavern here, so let's go ahead and take it through that. There. So that did not go very well. Just going to take it up and over here. Guess we're getting some wheelies here. There we go. It can muscle through some things, I can say that for sure. So let's go ahead and take it up this incline. Again, the base camp is one of the only ones out of the box that'll make it up here without any modifications. So we're going to take it slow. So you're wondering, there's a little bit of that traction here as we're coming up. It looks like we're going to make it. Oh, maybe I spoke too soon. Yeah, there we go. Whew, that was close. Alright. Coming down the bridge, I don't think it's too big of an issue. Just kind of hit it head on a little bit. But normally, we can take it. Ooh, what's this there? So we can come down. Tipping over. Tipped over. Alright, we're just going to see if we can cut up and over these rocks here. assume that'd be an issue, but let's see if I can just take it at an angle. And with some weight and some better tread on those tires, just fine. Just as a preliminary upgrade. Part of me just wants to take the body off and put it on something else, but I'm gonna try to keep this chassis intact as much as I can. Cool. So did fairly well on our course. Didn't have too many flipboards. I think we only flipped over, what, twice maybe? Maybe 3 times, I can't remember exactly. Twice for sure. One thing I'm curious to see is if it'll come downhill. I'm not gonna have it crawl up, I'll just set it up top. We'll see if we can take it slow here and get ready to catch it. I wanna say the rear is gonna be a little bit too light. It's gonna flip over. Nope, yep. Pretty cool. All right, so there it is. Did decent on our course, not the best, but it's what can be expected on a stock SCX24. I do really love the look of it. I've seen some 3D prints of this, and again, I'm not opposed to working on 3D prints. I just don't like having to finish and fill and sand and paint. So being this one's already done, I may look at the Pro Line body to get another one for another build. But I will definitely be adding some upgrades to this guy here. I really do like it. So far, so good. It did, like I said, it did very well on the course. I do have a little selection of rental cars that we have for this course, Basecamp being one of them, the Lexus being another. Now the Lexus modifications I do for the course is I put some weights in the front of the tires, which I might do for this one and retest it. Otherwise, I'm gonna go ahead and just order some parts. I might have some links already from another build. I know for sure I have some tires. I know for sure I have some shocks. So maybe the next video, I'll do a rundown of what I put in this and we'll bring it back out on the course and we'll see how it does. But overall, just from the scale of looking at the exterior, I give it a 10 out of 10. As far as how it did on the course, I'd say I'd give it, it's tough between like a 5 and a 6. That might be kind of harsh on it, but I would say at least a 6. It did decent. It did go up the hill, or up the incline here, fairly decent. Couldn't make it down, and as for the rest of the course, it did okay. So there it is. New little Toyota 4Runner by Axial, about 160 bucks. I do like it. It's a great looker. Has a lot of potential as far as what you can do with an SCX24 anyways, and being how it looks so nice, it's gonna be a lot of fun taking this out. So pick one up if you guys want one. I'll link a description on the bottom for the link in the description, a place to be able to buy this. Hope you guys like this video. Make sure to subscribe and comment with any questions, and we'll see you guys next time.